Preparing for a medicine interview is both an exciting and nerve-wracking experience. For many aspiring doctors, this moment is the culmination of years of hard work, long nights of studying, and countless hours of volunteer or shadowing experience. Interview panels know this, and they design their questions carefully to see not only what you know but also who you are as a person. It's not just about memorizing textbook answers. It's about demonstrating your motivation, your values, and your ability to handle the challenges that come with the medical profession. What makes these interviews unique is that they test both heart and mind. Yes, you'll need to discuss science, ethics, and healthcare challenges, but you'll also need to show empathy, resilience, and maturity. The goal is to convince the panel that you are not just academically capable but also personally prepared for the demanding journey of medicine. In this guide, we'll go through some of the most common medicine interview questions, explore strong sample answers, and share tips that will help you present your best self. As we move through each question, listen carefully to how the answers are structured and think about how you can adapt them to your own story. Question 1. Why do you want to study medicine? This is the most predictable and yet the most important question. Interviewers ask it to uncover your true motivation and to see whether your decision is well thought out or simply influenced by external pressure. Here's the answer. I have always been fascinated by how science and compassion come together in medicine. My interest started during high school when I volunteered at a local hospital and saw how doctors not only treated illnesses but also supported patients emotionally. That experience confirmed that I want to dedicate my life to making a difference in people's health and well-being. Medicine offers me the chance to combine my love for science with a genuine desire to serve others. Tip: keep your answer authentic. Mention experiences that shaped your decision. Avoid generic responses like, "I like biology." Show depth and reflection. Question 2. What qualities make a good doctor? This question is about your understanding of what medicine requires beyond technical skills. Interviewers want to know whether you can recognize the human qualities that sustain good medical practice. Here's the answer. A good doctor needs strong communication skills to explain complex information in a way patients can understand. Empathy is equally important, because patients often come to doctors in their most vulnerable moments and need to feel supported. Doctors must remain calm under pressure, think clearly in emergencies, and continue learning throughout their careers because medicine constantly evolves. Above all, integrity and professionalism are vital, as patients place their trust, and often their lives, in a doctor's hands. Tip: don't just recite a list. Connect each quality to real-world situations so that it feels practical, not theoretical. Question 3. Tell us about a time you worked as part of a team. Medicine is a team-based profession where doctors, nurses, technicians, and administrators must work together seamlessly. This question checks how well you collaborate and handle conflict. Here's the answer. During my final year at school, I was part of a science project team where each of us had a specific role. We faced difficulties when two members disagreed on the research approach. I stepped in to mediate, making sure both perspectives were considered. In the end, we combined ideas and produced a stronger project. That experience taught me the importance of listening, respecting differences, and finding solutions that benefit the whole team. Tip: use a real example, even if it's not from medicine. The key is to demonstrate teamwork, leadership, and problem-solving under pressure. Question 4. How do you deal with stress? Being a medical student and later a doctor means handling long hours, high stakes, and emotional situations. Interviewers want to see whether you have healthy coping strategies. Here's the answer. I manage stress by staying organized and breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. I also make time for exercise and music, which help me clear my mind. When stress becomes overwhelming, I talk it through with friends or mentors, because sharing challenges often makes them easier to overcome. These habits have helped me stay focused and balanced, even during exam seasons. Tip: be honest but constructive. It's not about saying you never feel stress, but about showing resilience and good coping mechanisms. Question 5. What are the challenges facing healthcare today? This question tests your awareness of the world beyond the classroom. Medicine does not exist in isolation, and future doctors must be aware of the system they're entering. Here's the answer. One of the biggest challenges is ensuring equal access to healthcare. Many people still struggle to receive timely treatment because of cost, location, or lack of resources. Another challenge is the rise of chronic diseases, which require long-term management and place strain on healthcare systems. Technology is advancing rapidly, which is exciting, but it also raises concerns about data privacy and ethical use. As future doctors, we need to adapt to these challenges and work toward a more inclusive, efficient healthcare system. Tip: be balanced. Acknowledge the problems but also show that you see opportunities for positive change. Question 6. How would you handle an ethical dilemma, such as treating a patient who refuses care? Ethical awareness is one of the most important qualities in a doctor. This question examines your judgment and your respect for patient rights. Here's the answer. If a patient refuses care, I would first ensure they fully understand the consequences of their decision by explaining the situation in clear, compassionate language. If they remain firm, I would respect their autonomy, as long as they are capable of making informed decisions. Patient rights and dignity must always come first, even if it conflicts with what I believe is medically best. Tip: ethical questions don't have one right answer. Focus on principles: autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. Question 7. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? This is about your long-term vision and whether you've thought about your future in medicine. Here's the answer. In 10 years, I see myself as a fully trained doctor, hopefully specializing in a field where I can combine patient care with research. I want to contribute not only in treating patients but also in advancing medical knowledge. I also see myself mentoring younger medical students, sharing the lessons I've learned along the way. Tip: keep it flexible. You don't need to name a specific specialty, focus instead on growth, contribution, and passion. Question 8. How do you balance empathy with professional boundaries? This question digs into maturity and self-awareness. Doctors must be caring but not emotionally overwhelmed. Here's the answer. I believe empathy is about truly listening and understanding a patient's experience, but it's also important to maintain boundaries so that I can remain objective and provide the best care. For example, offering compassion and reassurance is essential, but I also know that letting emotions overwhelm my judgment could affect decisions. Striking the right balance ensures both professional effectiveness and human connection. Tip: show that you value both compassion and professionalism equally. Closing thoughts. Medicine interview questions are designed not just to test your knowledge but also to uncover your motivation, empathy, ethical awareness, and resilience. By preparing thoroughly, reflecting on your experiences, and practicing your answers aloud, you'll feel more confident walking into the interview room. Remember, interviewers are not looking for perfect candidates, they are looking for genuine, thoughtful, and committed individuals. If you can show your passion for medicine, your willingness to learn, and your respect for patients, you'll stand out as a strong candidate. So, as you prepare for your upcoming medicine interview, keep practicing, stay calm, and remind yourself why you chose this path in the first place: to make a difference in people's lives.